Hi, this is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live in my office today, not in my fish room, with our special guest, Rob DeFries from DeFries Aquariums. And I hope his camera's not locked up. Looks like your camera's locked up, Rob.
All right.
It's probably on my end.
Nope, I got you.
Oh, you logged off and logged back on?
My computer glitched.
Okay. You can Okay, the other one disconnected. There you are. Gotcha. Can you see us on the laptop yet?
Yep.
All right. Do you see my double frames I've got going?
Yep.
All right. Everybody's saying hi. And Mr. B's was first in the chat. We've got Big Easy Mark with us tonight. We have PEMG Hustle Woman Aquatics. We got Angie, aka Mrs. B. We have Daryl Deemer and Down the Wormhole. And we just wanted to say hi to everyone. Yeah, it's fixed because I didn't know he had glitched and came back, so I had the wrong photo up. But anyway, Rob is live. Let's welcome Rob into the chat. Woohoo!
Looks like I'm dragging a little bit here.
Yeah, you'll see a delay. So they're seeing you live, but you're hearing me
Right.
on a delay.
All right. Now I got it.
Yeah, the only way for you to fix that is to listen in to the Google Live in your ear, but watch the stream live on silent. You know, with the mic muted.
Yeah, I've got that now.
Okay. Yeah, the delay on the live video is going to be like 15 seconds.
All right. Now we're cooking with propane.
And you can see the chat, right?
Yep.
Awesome. We got Madfish Diva in the house, and we know that we were all over there a few minutes ago when she was drawing for her 600 subscriber giveaway, and Rob 93 Aquariums, I believe, won the bounty. So congratulations to Rob 93.
Congrats. Well deserved.
Yes.
As is all her subs.
Yes. And keep up the good work, Char. Um, we started a few minutes early just because. Just because.
Because we didn't want to keep everybody waiting.
That's right. Our fans are very, very important. And we appreciate those mods that are sharing us and getting the crowd here. I don't have my watch screen in front of me, so we invite you to click that like button if you like it. And if y'all have any questions, I asked you Tuesday night to get your questions ready, and I didn't see any questions come up. I didn't get any emails, so I guess we'll just go on the fly. Hope you've had a good day, Rob. Have you had a good day?
It was a busy one,
It is a busy one.
but luckily I'm actually switching jobs. So life will be better second week in May.
Are you doing the same type of work?
Same parts related, but I'm getting out of the construction heavy equipment industry.
Good. Are you more of a manager?
I'm going to handle parts.
Parts, all right.
Yep, there's a small group. I think there's like maybe 10 people, 20 people tops in the entire building. So even though where I'm at now, the hours are good, but you get a few people that rub you the wrong way, and you kind of know it's time to move. And you know, it was funny because several years ago I got laid off, couldn't find a job to save my life. So Friday or Monday, I got two job offers, and the one was 5 minutes from my door to their door, but the pay wasn't there, and it was a weird insurance company. So I was like, oh, I gotta wait, I gotta stall, and then I was like, okay, I'll accept it. 5 minutes after I said I'd accept it, the other company that I was trying to get into called me and said, we'd like you to come to work for us.
Wow. You cannot beat that.
Nope.
From one door to the other. We got HC Aqua Jesse in the house.
Melvin, what's up, brother?
Oh, is Melvin here? He just came
Melvin
on
is
in.
here.
Yes. Hey, Melvin. Hope he's doing better.
Double D's in the house.
Yeah, Mr. B's asking a question. He said, do us a favor and hit that like button while you have a chance to show your appreciation.
There you go. Like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this. Sub to each other's channels. We got to get everybody to 1K because of all this stuff that YouTube is doing to us. So let's help each other out. Let's support each other. Team Green,
Team
first
Green.
and goal.
That's right. Thank you so much, Rob, for getting me back on track for what we're here tonight. We're also here to just encourage one another to keep doing what you're doing. And if it's not working, ask around. Ask around and see if you can get any new pointers. The Team Green Alliance over on Facebook is there for you to come in and ask questions. Even show a short, can they still show a short clip of what they're doing and ask advice on that? Or is that still questionable?
I don't think it's a problem. I know Rat kind of goes and does his stuff, but I think because you're putting that video up there asking for criticism, I don't think that's an issue.
Right. And all of us, those that are offering criticism, may it be constructive criticism, and try not to bash anybody too much, especially the newcomers. The newcomers are still learning even the terminology of the process that we go through, and I'm still way behind on terminology, and for the pros, I don't know if Rob's more of a pro with the technical end than I am. I just know if I get it to work, just like I'm doing here on OBS, y'all don't even have any idea. I had to set up 2 events to get this event to happen. But anyway, my brain finally got the wheels going the other night when Rob and I had to do a test.
Yeah, it's I'm still messing around with OBS, and I got to start doing some more live streams and more interaction. So I haven't really messed with it too much because everything that I do, whether it's editing or videoing, it's all from my phone.
Okay. Yeah, this is my desktop, and then down in the fish room is my laptop, and then the little content that you all see a couple times a week's mostly done on my phone. Rob's saying hi to everybody, and we got Diego in the house, Pet Sonics, and
Mad Diva.
Mad Fish Diva.
MTA, my brother from another mother.
Is Chris here?
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's feeling better. Are you feeling better? He was sick Tuesday night, Rob.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Mad Fish Diva says she's going to try OBS one day. I do have a couple help videos on how to do Hangouts through through YouTube. I got that, and I also have what was it? Somebody wanted to know how I did the capture window through OBS, and we had fun with that. We even had a couple volunteers, log on and help do that. So I got a couple help videos in my playlist.
Supporting the dream.
Yes, supporting the dream. Jesse at HC Aqua says, are we going to see some green screen magic? Okay. I took it off because it took away my bandana. So to help Jesse out a little bit, he wants to see a little green screen. Oh, that's another help video that I put out. And it doesn't get it completely out because I don't have the good lighting. But does that help a little bit, Jesse? Woo-hoo-hoo. But there goes my green bandana. Chris says he's feeling much better, thanks. Full Moon Aquatics is in the house. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Chris. Hope you're feeling better. Missed you Tuesday. Yes, we did miss that Tuesday stream, Chris.
Well, you can always catch them on the weekend. Get up, get your coffee, and spend your morning with Chris NTA and a hot cup of coffee.
So he is doing his breakfast shows again.
Well, last I checked, I used to cheat because where I used to work and I had to work a Saturday,
Yeah.
I'd log in and watch them
Yeah.
because there was nobody in the office but me.
All right, I'm going to try it. So go ahead, Rob. Let's talk about growing our channel, showing love for love, as we say, instead of sub for sub. It's love for love.
Yeah,
YouTube doesn't like us throwing the sub for sub thing around because they have, what is it? Their algorithm robots have gotten a little smarter.
every day.
Every day they're learning every day.
And I think Delia and somebody else brought up a good point a couple of weeks ago, and I posted it in the Team Green Alliance page, where just don't go and sub somebody. Watch at least a minute or two of their videos so that the algorithms don't look like it's a sub for sub type situation.
That's true. And they were talking today. They put out a video today. The Insider Creators put out a video today talking about monetization and how they're asking our feedback as to what kind of chart that they're actually that we're wanting to see on our new Creative Studio beta, so that when we look at our algorithm and our analytics, we can see exactly why YouTube's not happy with us. And then they'll have drop down menus that we can actually go in. And what's going on is they're filtering out bad content, violence, aggression, drugs, just negative stuff. And they're still there. You would be so surprised how much trash is still out there. And I hate to say trash, but it is. Here we are. Go ahead, Rob.
I think what really sparked this whole change was that shooting that was videotaped. And I think there was a suicide that was broadcasted as well. So I mean, it really stinks for us, or more so for me and the fellow people that are under that 1K bar. But it's good because you get kids on YouTube. You just had that giant Momo scare. Kids are coming on here to watch. They have two girls on here that do reviews on toys and stuff like that, and you've got to worry about that. So I understand where they're coming from, but I think they really need to look at the channels, like the algorithm looks at the channel, and see that it's not that type of channel, and not have to get to 1,000 subscribers or whatever the view time is to become monetized. But I understand where they're coming from. Am I happy with it? No, because there are so many awesome channels, and I think I'm almost to 700 subs now, and I try every week to at least go in and watch a few videos here and there, at least hit a like. But the good news is my new job, I get an hour lunch back. So now I can spend more time watching, commenting, throwing out stuff from my mobile studio.
Yeah. That's amazing. See, you can make it work if you want to do it. And the most important thing, you don't always, as a Fish Fam member, you don't have to be coming from your fish room. You could be coming from your mobile studio.
News Witness 5 coming to you live.
Chris says he's not doing the morning breakfast thing anymore.
Yeah, I said, oh, poo, Chris.
Yeah, bummer. The pond life is here. If you have good comments and be social, and people will notice you and support you. Now, I know I don't always know the right way, and there isn't a right way, wrong way, but I found out that the first year that I did YouTube, I was struggling with my identity. And the most important thing to find when you're doing your YouTube channel. Now, if you're doing it as a hobby, you're just sharing your videos, you're vlogging. But if you're wanting to grow your channel, you have to find your niche. You have to find what it is you want to do. I had it easy in a way that the community named me Fish Fam Mom. But there's one problem with that. It is an isolated subject. Who wants to know about a fish fam mom? That doesn't get into the search engines very well, right? But
Yep.
the more I put tags in my videos and you put tags in your videos that's linked to me, like you're doing a collab with me, you might put, you might even download this clip, share parts of it, and in your tags you might put Fish Fam Mom, Susan for SLC Aquatics. So then those tag terms start blending together, being in a search engine together. So there's tricks that we learn. It's just a slow growing process. And then the apron thing came, and then everybody was saying that was my trademark, was the apron. And I still try to wear my apron, but as it's spring and summertime, it gets a little warm in the fish room. But finding my niche, and then when I was out almost 2 weeks with Josh, I had a bad slump in my views because I wasn't doing live streams. I wasn't putting content up. And I was getting a little discouraged because I was like, man, I had over 2,000 hour views and I had over 10,000 minute views, right? I was halfway there. And then March the 12th, March the 14th, I looked at my analytics and I was down to 1,200 view hours. My view minutes had dropped down to like 6,000. So I prayed and I asked the Lord to show me what I needed to do. And we've all heard, for growth, content. Upload your content. Be on time, right? And I found out that the shorter the video for me, the more you will view it from the beginning to the end. And that's not always true because my average time of viewing has dropped down or climbed from 3 minutes to almost 5 minutes now, average view time. So that I don't want to make my content that I upload during the week much longer than that. I've got one coming out that's 7 minutes. So I'll see how that one does. Go ahead, Rob.
I was watching, somebody was talking about that same topic about uploading and being consistent, and they were saying that, which contradicts it, saying that you don't have to be a slave to YouTube, but get your videos there, but at least get one a week up, see what that does for your analytics, and then try 2, try 3, play around with the links. But the guy's name is Brian, and I can't think what his last name is because there's 4 different people from TubeBuddy, Nick Nims, and a few others that I watch. So I kind of compare the notes with our members of the Fish Fam and his notes, and I kind of like take a piece from here and a piece from here to see what's going to work. And it's funny because I just got a comment on a video I did 2 years ago in June, not even fish related. I did a tent review, and it's got like 16,000 hours of watch time, just that video alone, and some ridiculous amount of actual watches. So it's weird. It's one of those evergreen things. But Scott, brother, I did see your comment. I love you guys. I'm still hoping to make it to PA at some point, but we'll see what happens.
Good. Yeah, that's and another thing that Madfish Diva posted, she said make sure you add descriptions to your videos. And if you use the app or the extension, the Google extension TubeBuddy, I use the free version. I don't pay for anything yet, I try to use as much free equipment as I can. Sometimes you got to put a little money into it. But if you use TubeBuddy and you go over on that app, when you upload a live stream or a video, it will give you points on high definition thumbnail, tags in your description, tags in your title, and then tags. And it'll give a suggestion, I think, up to 3 tags. And so you can add those suggested tags to your regular tags if it really is relating to your video clip. If it's not relating, it actually has a negative effect if it's not related to your video at all.
And, you know, with that being said too, you can use it on your phone. It's not as intrinsical as it is on your laptop, but I have all my stats. It gives you the same type of notes. You can test some tags, so you can get that. I think I paid $39.99 for the year, so I actually got an upgrade type thing, and it was some free thing. So I only had to pay it one time, but I don't get all the little perks that come with it, but I get enough to kind of see, you know, what's going on with my videos.
Angle your phone down a little bit or forward. It's a bad glare. We can't read it. Or not on my end.
Yeah, and it's
Yep, it's that reflection thing.
yeah,
Also,
I got the screen door open because it was like 71 in here when I got home.
well, it's good lighting for you. So, also
Is it-
Aquamate Aquamate says the average watch time is affected by streaming too. Just to keep in mind. Yeah, I don't put a lot of energy on my algorithm for my live streams because my live streams, except for Tuesday night, was a milestone for me. But most of my live streams are all over the place. Tuesday night, I'm proud of the audience and I'm proud of myself that we stayed on topic. I got off maybe 3 times and came back to snails. So also I wanted I wanted to remind Diego to go to the Tuesday night's live stream and put your comment about your snails because he got some orders in. So anyway, I got to put my little commercial in there. And because we also help each other grow by supporting each other's businesses or hobby if we are making any money off of our hobby. We got Michael Aquarium all the way from UK. Hello, Michael. Hadn't seen him in a while and hope he's doing well. Dan
I was
Slee.
just going to do a bad English accent, but I won't.
And Michael's got one. It's hard for me to understand him sometimes. Dan Slee's in here. Of course, Bob at Kaler's Aquatics. And Sue at Q Aquatics and Exotics is in here. Oh, my goodness, Susie Q.
My biker sister.
Yes, you're a biker sister. Y'all going to have to get together and do a ride down to Birmingham. Or at least Huntsville. I'll drive up to Huntsville to meet you.
Yeah, that would be quite the ride.
Oh, yeah, it would for you guys. Oh, I wanted to let you know that the week of May the 13th, the day after Mother's Day, Rod and I will be in Virginia visiting my mom. So I may end up doing a live stream from my hotel room. Who knows?
There you go. That's funny, too, because I think it was probably 5-6 months ago where there were a few upper echelon fish fan members talking about how live streaming doesn't help. It actually hurts. But sitting and lurking and watching a lot of these and watching the channel and its growth, I think when you live stream, you make that connection that, you know, a lot of people may not have had otherwise, and they want to watch you. They want to subscribe to you because they're drawn to your personality, which is funny because I think back 3 years ago when you first started, you were terrified of doing a live stream and you weren't sure, you know, how am I going to get this going? And we talked and talked. And now look at you, you're over 1K.
Oh, so many times I failed on the live stream and y'all kept encouraging me. Come on, Susan, you can do this. You can figure it out. You know, I had so many of y'all plugging it in and telling me what to do and how to lower my bandwidth, how to adjust this and how to adjust that. And then one night, I remember it was so bad. We tried for an hour to get the live stream to work. I said, I'm exhausted emotionally, so see y'all next time. But y'all have always been there as an encourager for me. And even when I have not made myself been very proud of myself at some of the attitudes that I've had with some of the YouTube changes. It did hurt some of my followers. And then when I started asking for support in selling of my merchandise, and even on my commercial that I posted a week ago, I've got 2 thumbs down. Well, you're going to have haters. And that's another thing. That's another thing that as a creator, you have to realize you're going to have trollers and haters. And then they will help you find out how tough your skin really is. What you got?
Bank receipt.
All right. Hey, Rob. Yeah, he didn't quite come on camera.
That's Corey.
Yeah, it's Corey. Did you hear him, Rod? Rob says, "There's Corey."
Oh. Oh, that's cold.
Come say hi.
Where am I? Hi.
What is going on?
You didn't have to call me something like that, man. That was cold.
No, it isn't.
Nah.
I told him that's what your nickname was in Cali.
Yep, California in the military.
There you go.
Yeah. I
said to her, I said, how did you get, well, she told me how you got Corey. What was the other name? I'm like, how do you get these names from Roderick? My stepfather's name is Roderick. They call him Pete. Where does Pete come from, Roderick?
It's probably something in his past that he don't want you to know about.
Yeah, he's got quite the elusive path.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got something, so it helps to be able to answer to the cops under another name.
That's too funny.
Okay.
He's been busy all day with his brother at the hospital.
So I'm going to go and sit down and finally relax.
You see, he's got the conquest on you guys.
Yeah. All right, take care.
Take it easy. Go relax.
Love you, babe.
Love you.
We were talking about the difference in live streams, and you were saying that it was told to most people that live streaming can hurt your channel, and then we also brought out the fact that it depends on your personality. And I saw Scott said the same thing. He says his channel, his live streams helps his channel grow. And
I've watched his channel grow.
When
he started really putting in, and not so much live stream after live stream, but I think what makes the King and Queen so awesome that the fans are just like piling in now is they keep it real. They're not polishing up stuff. There's not a million different special effects. They're having fun. They're keeping it real. So it makes viewers want to sit there, like a TV show and watch what are they going to do next?
True.
Then he put out that music video, and it's that's why I like a lot of these mid-sized channels. They keep it real. And, if I need to learn something or I need to know something, I know what channels to go to because I'm going to get the informative. But for me, with the stress day in and day out, I want to watch these guys that are in this room with us right now because they put out awesome content and it's enjoyable. And in some cases, like I know Full Moon, when she goes live, it's raw. It's right there. She's showing you this, doing that. And that's what I enjoy. And I think there's a large following out there that wants it as well. Like Priscilla doing the little fluffy clouds and, when she was doing the drawing. Then when Chris started doing it, it was still fish related, but it was something just a little bit different.
It's true. And with my channel, like you said, personality, live streams helps my channel grow. And I'm a big believer in live streams, whether you're hosting the live stream or whether you are participating. And a lot of the small channels want to say, they ask, well, I went live the other day, but nobody showed up. And what's Brandon saying? This is YouTube, not Hollywood.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this could be where you get discovered and you go viral. So cash me outside.
You see, you're so creative, and I can't do stuff like that. So I have to be me, and you have to be you. But
Good cop.
A
Bad
lot
cop.
of, yeah, good cop, bad cop. Um, the the answer to your question is, because my first live stream was an hour long. No, it probably wasn't even that long. It's probably 15 minutes long, and there was no one there. Then the second one, it was almost an hour long, so I just ended up talking to myself. And it looked like somebody logged on, but nobody talked to me, right? So I'm like, how am I supposed to get an audience? And then I've realized if you don't go to other people's live streams and other people's channels and comment to where, because you can click like all day long and you might get an email notification saying Susan for SLC Aquatics clicked like, but then you might not get any notification at all that somebody just clicked like, right? They don't always identify you. But if you leave a comment on that video, then that channel gets to realize, oh, Susan for SLC Aquatics is watching my stuff. So when I go live and the notifications out there, because I like to schedule my live streams ahead of time. And so the notification gets out. Yes, notification response for YouTube has improved greatly. I know we still complain about not getting notifications, but it has improved.
You know, a case in point there, and he actually is mentioning it, is Legacy Aquatics. Now, Melvin, he was stymied right around maybe 100 subs. And then I noticed he started doing live streams. I jumped in with him. Sometimes he'll have 4 people. Sometimes he'll have 15, 20, whatever it is. But he started doing the grind, and he's up to 692. And I think he did that probably in 2 months.
Right. He really did. And he kept plugging with every idea that he had. He put it to action. He didn't just talk about it. He did it.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it was successful and some of it wasn't. So that's how you get out there and you get your feelers out there and you find out what's working and what's not working. And what is not working right now, 3 months down the road, it might work. So pull it back up. Priscilla's
just
here.
Popped in here and I Oh, hey, Victor, V-Stag.
V-Stag's in here. Hey, Victor.
Hey, Rob 93.
Rob
Did
93.
you actually win?
Yeah. He got
That's
a nice
cool.
haul too, and he gets to shop at Pet Sonics.
There you go.
Legacy.
Now at aisle 5.
Legacy Aquatics says my channel's still growing since haven't been live streaming, and I'm close to 700, sitting at 692, like you said, Rob.
Yeah,
And
he's kicking my butt.
yeah, and he says he's missing the connecting with the people. I think thinking about doing vlogs, etc. Yeah, I started the Saturday morning vlogs, but then my Saturday mornings got busy again. So, I mean, vlogging is something that you can pick up and leave and come back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be consistent with your content uploads.
Yeah. I noticed when I started back in and doing stuff, I started picking up a couple subscribers here and there. I actually have this monster Tim Allen from Tool Time rack there, the rack that I'm putting together. I've got some empty tanks on it now and my puffer community tank, but that'll be my next one. And the main problem here is where I moved. It's a duplex, but it's on the small side.
Yeah.
So I've got this tank. I've got 3 tanks in the dining room. I've got 4 tanks on this monster rack. I got 2 or 3 more outside. I got a tank stand in the back of my truck. And it's like I got to sit down like you did and just pick that one day so that my girlfriend can go do her thing and I can come and do this, because I actually have a lot of fun doing the live streams, but I haven't done them. The last one that I had done was with you when we were doing the #FishFan safe
Yes.
when the hurricanes hit Puerto Rico.
Yes. I tell you, whew, that was something. And I'm so glad to see most of everybody survived. And some things are coming back. The only thing that's griping me right now is what Kayla's going through. Aquama down there in Florida, Panama City.
Yeah.
That's, those people have been forgotten. And
Yep.
what is it, Mexico Beach in the Panhandle? You know, we've really got to pray if we've got anything that we can do to reach out into that area to put a voice with the local authorities down there. We need to do something, and I don't know what to do. So I guess I can get with Kayla and find
Yeah.
out what can we do.
She's amazing because I see we're friends on Facebook. So, you see she's still got that positive, I'm going to overcome and I'm going to conquer attitude. Her kids, every time she posts a picture up, they're smiling. So, it's that positiveness that's going to get her through it, whether this country comes together and says, hey, let's help them. Because I think Puerto Rico, from talking with Joseph Harding there at the Aquatic Experience, that he was giving us real stuff. He was going back to that word, raw stuff, that the news was just kind of fluffing, going, oh, it's not so bad. But meanwhile, things are leveled. People are starving. Communications are cut off. No gas, no water.
I have a sound tech who actually visits Puerto Rico 2 and 3 times the year. Well, probably more than that. He's getting ready to go back down there, and he's been trying to set up communication and internet live streaming for a nunnery where some Catholic nuns are. And he says it's terrible. They're paying over $200 a month for internet service, and you can't even make a voice call. And they want to stream, and he says you can't stream if you don't have 1 megapixel upload. So he says as long as it's been, has it been 2 years yet?
Yeah, or just about.
I think we're coming up on the season of 2 years.
September, August through October.
He said their communication is down. They have no way of communicating.
Kaler's Aquatics is on the ball, posting up that Team Green Alliance. Also, you didn't see there, you got to plug promo code SLC Aquatics 30 to get 30% off your entire order at PetSonics.com. 5 more days to take advantage of this sale. Now back to our show.
I told you have that radio voice. I love it.
You listen to jazz.
Thank you, Diego, and thank you, Rob. Yeah, I was answering Friday Fish Facts because he says he loves doing live streams. And, some of us are video live streamers. We're natural. And even though I was nervous when I got started, I used to do plugs for our church all the time. And I got used to doing like virtual TV sets and stuff like that. And but when it came to being with the fish fam, I think I was more intimidated of not feeling like I didn't have enough fish knowledge. And I really didn't. I had the old school 70s mentality, didn't even know that you had to do regular water changes and knew nothing about the nitrogen cycle. So I've learned a lot in 3 years, going on 4 years now. And they had fun with me Tuesday night because when I get on a spiel, more knowledge comes out of my mouth than I realize that I have. And it's just from listening and doing. And, we support one another even in the little channels, and we want everybody to grow. We got Drew B in here. Hey, Drew, how you doing? And what did Melvin say? Thank you very much, Rob and Susan, for the compliment. I really did change the game and still learning. People suggesting to me to try breeding, and I'm going to try to do that. There's all kinds of things that we can do in this hobby, and I get excited about when someone brings a new species into the subject line. And I'm like, wow, if they're doing it, maybe I can do it. Y'all having fun, Rob? What did I miss?
Sonics. Very cool, Rob. I love it. Can I get a recording of that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing Pet Sonic's awesome fish lineup. Make sure you go check them out. But of course, I completely lost my train of thought because somebody else put something up.
Yeah, they were
it, scrolled right on by.
Yeah, Full Moon says that's Rob, awesome, and then somebody said something about the radio voice. King and Queen's got to go. See you, Scott and Liz.
See you, Scott and Liz.
Love you. Thanks for dropping by. Speaking of commercial, I need to make one for my buddy Mad Tanks for my next video. Okay.
That's what it was. We were talking about live streaming. Now, this is actually going to be 2 years in, I think, May or August. I was camping, and Multi-Tank Addiction, Chris was on, Big Easy was on, and somebody else. I must have sounded like a lunatic because we're sitting in this state campground, and I'm jumping on the live stream, and we're doing multiples. So we're all in it together, and each camera's popping up and flashing. But I was laughing like a madman because it was just so much fun. Big Easy's cracking jokes, Chris is cracking jokes, and this went on for almost an hour. And we had people dropping in left and right. So it's timing, it's the content, it's the likability of the people that you're watching, and it's got to be something that is not so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so streamlined.
Yeah.
Keep it rough, keep it edgy.
Yeah. And we have to remind even the newcomers that the Fish Fam community and the Fish Tube community are known to be family friendly. Now, I know everybody's standards are different. So the other day, I think I either videotaped myself or I actually said it live. I don't have any favorites. There's just, as a human being, there are people that we connect with, right?
Exactly.
And some people we don't connect with. And it doesn't mean I don't like your channel or I don't like your content. And believe me, because of my composition, there are some streams that I try to participate in, and then all of a sudden I do get turned off because it was offensive to me, or it was something that I didn't want to entertain. It was going the wrong way, But the guys were hanging out, having a great time. That's fine. I just make my exit, right? That's right.
Exit stage.
There's no sense going in there and preaching what I think it ought to be doing. That's your live stream. I'm your guest. I'm the one who busted through the door. So we need to realize that we connect with different people. We have different chemistry, and that's all human nature. But as the Fish Fam community, as the Team Green Alliance team and family, the Fish Tube family, we are strong, and we're really beginning to dominate a lot of these big fish conventions. And we're making a name for ourselves. And it's not because we want to be popular. It's because we have a standard. We have campaigns to bring to the table as far as preserving the hobby and keeping it on a plane where even the little child can join or the old grandma and grandpa can join. It has no age. And
it's funny you mentioned that because in the last year, I've heard the fish keeping topic come up on a local radio station here. It was made reference on a TV show, and actually on Tuesday, I was playing Words with Friends 2, trying to win money, go figure. The question was, what pet was kept more in the United States? And they had cats, dogs, something else. The fish keeping actually has more pets, more people keeping fish because you're keeping 100, where somebody may have one dog or two cats. So it didn't rate number one, but that was based on the criteria. So fish keeping is really starting to come back and come into its own in the media, whether it be TV, radio, internet, and the fish shows most definitely. Now, the Aquatic Experience is really a trade show. It's not like a Aquashella, but I think that's going to change. I think they need to wake up because there are power in numbers, and for a lot of you guys and gals who didn't go, if you get the opportunity this year, it's something you should check out, or next year. From what I was told from an insider, they're staying in Secaucus for at least 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Now, I made new friends. I ran into people. And the best thing about the Fish Fam is I hung out with John Hudson and his girlfriend Lisa from KG Tropicals. And we were just chatting. We're talking about kids and this and that. Now, I know a lot of people don't like DIY King Joey, but he was cool. I hung out and I messed around and joked around with him, with Rachel, and a bunch of other people. And it was so nice that nobody was trying to compete against each other. Everybody was just hanging out for the sole pleasure of enjoying and sharing the fish hobby. But then sitting down to dinner, just talking about, so what do you do when you're not here? And it really makes people click. And that turns out to be your, I don't want to say fan base, but your true subscribers. Those ones that are always going to be there, whether you're sick and you can't get on. It's incredible because, like, I got to hang out with Susie, Elizabeth, One Fish, Two Fish. Double D was actually there. Don from New York Gold. I mean, just hanging and just being people. I mean, we have such a connection from this platform that it's almost like a good cancer. It spreads and everybody gets affected by it, and we all become this big, wonderful, non-judgmental, no negativity fish fan.
That's right. And we're in number, we're so strong. I don't see it ever breaking down and going away, because even our team leader Corey at an aquarium co-op, I call him our team leader because he's the one who brought so many of us into the YouTube hobby. By watching him for hours. I still to this day cannot understand how anybody can sit for 4 and 8 hours, but to each his own. And the information, the knowledge, the experience, and even how Corey's his level of experience has increased over the years, and not only the experience of knowledge, but how he is now beginning to reach out more into areas in the United States that's been neglected, little secret places that he's bringing into the limelight, and then his trips overseas, in Germany and was it China? Japan, and Peru, that Dwayne Kitchell and Joseph J.H. Aquatics got to go with him, and how we need to really support those areas. And don't forget, even though we're trying to support one another's businesses, you don't want to forget the big franchise stores, because believe me, if we lose those markets, we're going to be hurting, because we won't have the support for the imports and influx of fish and products. We just won't. We've got to support our local franchise stores as well.
Oh yeah, I luck out here because 10 minutes that way I have the local fish store that actually got this tank up and running. 15 minutes that way I have Petco, I have PetSmart. I'm actually seeing PetSmart being a lot better than Petco in the health of the fish, the conditions of the store, the products available. Then I have another one that I actually go to, and he's a friend of mine from Benson's Fish Room. He just announced he's opening up a brand new fish only store in Boston Spa, which is about 20 minutes here. So he's got the bug. So
awesome.
I'm spoiled.
That's great. Just seeing people grow in what they love they're doing, and making it available. And I won't ever get into a business part of it, even though my hobby is growing. Yolanda, PEMG Hustle Woman, keeps calling me a business, but I'm not a business. I think she wants me to get into a business. But did you read what Diego said at Pet Sonics? about he wants to be
The number
popular.
one retailer.
Yeah.
He's pitching. He wants me to do more live spots for him. I'm feeling like Lucas Fretz. I can't stop playing with my beard.
Yeah, but you never know how, when putting your face out there, putting your voice out there, you don't know how you can benefit from that.
I was actually on a radio station they did a contest during Thanksgiving one year, and it was called Be a DJ Weekend, and they just had people submit songs and stuff and come on and do an hour. And when I got there, and I told the story on another live stream, I was very monotone. I was very quiet when I walked in and sat down, and she's like, "All right, Smith playing. I've got this one and that one." And her mother called her boyfriend, and her boyfriend called the studio because they thought something happened to her on the way to work and that I was the fill-in DJ. So they're like, "Why? Here's your playlist. Do you mind qualifying somebody for a trip to Cancun?" I was like, "Oh, it's all part of it. So let's do it, you know." So then all of a sudden, Rockin' Bobby D came to life, and her jaw dropped. So we're on a half an hour, and would you come back and do it again? I said, "Sure," you know.
That's
But
awesome.
then within a month, I moved away, so I could have actually finally got my career in radio, but
That is so cool. I love it.
it's Rockin' Bobby D, 101.5, the home of classic rock. Coming up this hour, we got Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Aerosmith, and my own personal favorite, Godsmack. So stay tuned. Now back to SLC Aquatics, hanging, touching one life at a time.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to download this and steal some of this stuff. Hey. Oh, you never know. You might just hear your voice pop up in a content. You know, I told y'all I did that 2.5 minute commercial, and I'm going to start doing some 15-second commercials. Well, right there was a 15-second commercial. I just flashed my face up there, my logo up there. Hey, let it roll. Oh, does anyone have any questions about how to grow? Where you're at right now in your channel? Do you feel stagnant? Is there something that we can help you spark your growth? You know, we're here for you guys tonight. We're not just talking channel growth, but we can talk fish and plants and snails and invertebrates and stuff like that too, because Rob's quite the fish keeper there. He's got beautiful plants. I'm jealous. Look at
the
that.
size of that crypt.
That is a giant crypt. What is that? 8 inches in height?
Yeah, probably, yeah, maybe a little bit more. This one is growing more wider than higher than this one. But I've got to do some more, get some different plants going in there now.
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with the red lotus all of a sudden. We have it in our shrimp tank and a banana plant, and they've completely taken over that little 7-gallon.
Wow. Have you had banana plants? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I have a banana plant in the back of the shrimp tank that actually has shot up 3 leaves that turned into lily pads, so the shrimp hang out underneath them. And then in the other corner, I have this giant red lotus that I started from a little bulb. See, now I'm spoiled too because I have a guy who sells plants here locally, and he beats everybody's prices, whether it's the local or the brick and chain store. And he's right here, so we meet somewhere, and I buy plants. What? My dog is going to knock over the computer.
Want some daddy time.
She can go away. Go on.
Kaylor says, "Oh, that's too bad, Brandon. What happened to Brandon? We did not support the mom and pops in my area, and now we don't have one." See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, Brandon, you and Angie are the next mom and pop fish store, so get busy.
Thanks, KG. You'd probably like if I could have showed you my cichlid tank. But let's see. Kaylor asked, I was late. Did I talk about the TJA at the start? We kind of touched on it quick. For a lot of you folks that don't know what the TJA is, this was actually the brainchild of the River Life. And we were sitting at the Aquatic Experience after the show at the hotel, having a beverage, and we got talking with Joseph, and Rack was like, he might as well mind melded Corey because he was sucking every bit of knowledge he could from Corey. And we got down there and we're comparing notes and we were talking, and he came back with these green bandanas that I've sent out to a few people, um, about trying to get these channels. And that was before this 1K thing actually started. So I decided, you know what better place than Facebook? That's a way for a lot of us to connect. So I put together the TGA, set it up, and then we kind of all went through a little bit of a growth issue and growth spurt. Now we finally have things dialed in about what you can put on that channel. But the main goal of the TGA is to support one another, to get the criticism or tips or some sort of mentoring to help you achieve your goals, whether it be watch time, subscribers, or just because you're crazy and you like to show off your fish tanks and you like to share the passion. So that's kind of what the Team Green Alliance is all about. It's a community offshoot of the Fish Fam, where if you've got sick fish, you need help, you've got the group support. If you need help with, what kind of camera are you using, what setting do you use, how do you not get the glare on the tank, that's what the TGA is there for. Go to Facebook, search out Team Green Alliance, send a request to join, and either I'll see it or Rack will see it or Brandon or one of the other mods, and we'll get you in there and you can kind of scroll through and see what it's all about.
I'm building while you're talking.
There you go. Now, stay tuned for this important channel update. Touching lives one fish at a time is yours truly, Susan from SLC Aquatics. You want to learn? You want to have fun? Do you want to meet the fish mom? Then check her out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, that's Touching Lives, one fish at a time.
Thank you, Rob. Bringing it back to the real and the raw.
Hey, Cichlid 23.
Oh, he has really given me some great audio lines. Down the Wormhole says our local fish shop released his own fish food. That's great. Mr. B says we're going to start calling you Magic Mom. She keeps disappearing. Yeah, I didn't want you to, you don't want to advertise freely certain stores, and so my cup has the name written all around it, and I wanted the last bit of that drink, and it had some candy pieces in it, and I just had to scrape the bottom. You probably heard me scraping it with my spoon. Michelle at Full Moon Aquatics says our local groups are great about supporting our LFS, and they kindly give us discounts as members. Our LFS are expanding and thriving because of it. So that's a good marketing method right there to help support the community and keep everybody going and thriving.
My local fish guy here, he actually starting to ship some products at a pretty decent price. But in November, he did at Buffalo Wild Wings, he did a customer appreciation night where the first drink was on in. You kind of bought your own food, but he raffled off stuff, and he had an idea of how many people were coming. So he has his own food line for garlic and I'm probably going to screw the name of it up, Metrobazole mix flake food. He's got wafers. He's got his own fertilizers and stuff. But what I thought was awesome was giving back to the community, having that event and all hanging out. And he's talking about doing another one. So it's, I'm more likely to spend money there than I would at the other local fish store here, because all local fish stores do have a place in our hobby, but some of them get so big that, if they hold their nose up in a rainstorm, they're going to drown. Because, like I picked up this Fluval 2.0 from Corey on sale at a great price. Now, I wanted to give business to my local fish store, and they say, oh, well, he matches prices. So I went to talk to him, he didn't even, the way he matched things was playing around with the taxes and a whole bunch of other stuff. So the light cost me, on my other tank, cost me more than what I got it from Corey. So who am I more than likely going to do business with next time? Corey.
I understand that too.
Kendall in the house?
Yep, Kendall's here.
Mr. Otter Creek Aquatics.
Hello, Kendall.
Ding that bell.
Chris says, my dog hates it when I'm in the fish room. I think he's actually jealous of the fish getting my attention. And that is true, Chris. Very true.
Hi, Candy.
When I had my fur baby, he'd come and lean his body against me. And
Mine's laying at my feet.
Yeah, he's laying at your feet. Yep, they do get jealous, especially when they are feeling like they need some me time. Candy's here. Hey, Candy. Welcome, sweetheart. I know you're a busy girl. But thank you for coming in and supporting us. We've been talking about, look at the baby. That's a big baby, Rob.
Oh, yeah, especially when I'm trying to sleep and she decides to jump on the bed.
Is that 90 pounds of hunkin' loving?
Uh-huh. Well, that's right, Mama. That's my hunka burning love.
Elvis is in the house.
Well, that's right, Mama. Don't make me a peanut butter banana sandwich, please. I worked so hard on the stage.
Don't forget, throw that hip out of place.
Barely works as is.
Yeah, some of us don't need any help. We already ahead of the game.
Oh.
Chris says Duke will bark at the 300-gallon, especially when I'm sitting in front of it. Mr. B says your baby there is gorgeous. Cute
Thank
puppy.
You. This was actually my girlfriend's daughter's dog. They moved just around the corner, but where they moved, they can't have it, so we got stuck with her.
Oh, she's the one. Okay.
Yeah, she's part American Bulldog and Boxer mix with a nasty overbite. She looks like she's weird. She's so ugly, she's cute, I guess you would say.
Isn't that the boxer trait? The overbite?
Yep.
Does
she lays here upside down on the couch with her tongue hanging out, sprawled out like a drunk coming home from a bar on a Friday.
Does she box with her feet?
No, she just rams you.
Oh, wow.
And does little circles in the middle of the floor.
She's
actually pretty chill.
I had a Rottweiler that was about 94 pounds, and her name was Mama. And I called her the lickin'est, lovin'est, rubbin'est dog because she would spin in circles against you, and she'd be snorting and licking her chops the whole time. I said, that's the lickin'est, lovin'est, rubbin'est dog in the whole wide world.
Say that 3 times fast.
Lickin'est, lovin'est, rubbin'est. That's once.
Yeah, I see Mr. B says my dog loves krill. Now, when we first got her, we have a crate that they gave it to her. So this was the first time, because she was here a week before we had to go back to work. And we put her in the crate, locked it up, went to work, and I come home and I open the door and she met me at the front door. And I'm like, what in the devil is she doing here? So I walk into the living room and my fish food was all down on my TV stand and down within, knee high. She ate $60 worth of brand new food, wafers, pellets, shrimp pellets, cichlid flakes, dried bloodworms, and then to top it off, I go to the couch and there's a half-eaten jar of Tums. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted to kill her.
But I'm sure that look on her face was, Daddy, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you're sorry, all right.
At least there's not an implant in the sheetrock.
Yeah.
The dogs at Goliath Farms were eating the fish food, and Corey's video had me rolling. Yeah, I remember those dogs were had their noses right in the water where the koi were and different fish that he had there. Isn't that the one that had the live fish swimming underneath their feet in the greenhouse?
Eating off the skin.
Yep. Drew says his pit bull does the same thing.
Crazy. And yeah, she ate krill too, Brandon.
Night, Chris.
I just bought that.
Mr. B's, your dog likes krill. Well, that's hilarious and cool. At least they both like the same snack. Chris had to go. Bye, Chris. Love you.
It's amazing, like sitting here and looking at these names, coming up in chat and thinking back to like over 3 years ago. Corey only had maybe 1,500 subscribers. Bob Steen fought, was not even like he had maybe 5, 7, 800. And I've watched so many of these channels just explode, and each one has their own little niche.
Yep.
And it, to me, it's variety TV because I can sit on here on my phone, get a pop-up, and there's always something worthwhile watching.
The mods are great, I'm telling you. Sharing our channels, Facebook pages, our merch, Team Green Alliance on Facebook. Do you have a Patron account?
No, I never started one because to be honest, I never thought I'd get a following.
Well, you still might want to try it. They've got a new platform now. I still get to keep the old platform. There's not as much fees taken out, but I don't know if you heard anything about the YouTube and Streamlabs OBS, that they were not jihading together about the monetary, the way you can give donations on Streamlabs while you're on
Right.
YouTube. I think there was a little bit of discretion there, a little bit of disagreement going on between the two. I haven't heard anything final.
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
Um,
I know what's odd though is like you can do super chats and stuff here, but only from an Android device, not an Apple product. So, but I think that's because Apple is so proprietary in their stuff. Like even with their phones, most people don't realize, and I come from 13 years of working with AT&T Wireless, that your Apple phone goes through Apple first, then goes through your provider services. So it's, they keep their stuff locked up tight.
yeah, that's one thing I like about Apple products is the security levels. But, a lot of people gripe because you got to pay for everything. Android, you get free apps about this, free ringtones, free this, free that. Everything on Apple has to go through iTunes. I was trying to get Siri to play something today, and she says, well, let me search for it. And then all of a sudden she goes, ding, you don't have iTunes set up on your phone. I'm said, okay, so I don't get to hear any music streamed through my phone. Okay.
And that's funny because when I switched to the unlimited plan on Verizon, I have iTunes on my phone. I have like 500 songs, so when I've got to deal with the concrete jungle on the drive home, I put it on play, hook it to the Bluetooth in the truck, and I can change songs if I want, turn it up or down, which I got to start playing it so loud because I've got followed by the cops twice in the last month.
Noise ordinance, noise ordinance.
It's called survival mode for me. Nobody dies and I get home. JH is in the house.
Joseph is in the house. Yes, JH Aquatics.
Yeah.
Welcome all the way from Virgin Islands. When are you moving to the States?
Yeah, so we can do a road trip.
That would be cool. I almost came down to Puerto Rico next week, but I don't have the money. And then he'd have to fly to Puerto Rico, so that wouldn't work unless he had the money.
Angela, a.k.a. Mrs. B, is in here too, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a big hello.
Hello, Angie.
And don't forget to smash that like bell. And as my man, who I love dearly, Otter, says, ding that bell so you know when she's going live.
I wonder if this is going to mess up your screen.
People don't want to look at me. Go ahead and do it.
No, I don't want to mess it up. I probably
There are
will.
so many awesome people in chat. I try not to lose focus when, because I've been on YouTube since 2007, somewhere in there.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I was doing techie reviews, bike rallies, and stuff like that. But that's thus the name was Racing's Natural Aquariums because this is pretty much natural. I don't really dose a whole lot to this, but the racing was from the motorcycle end of it. And then I finally said, you know what, got to make a change. I was talking to one of the bigger channels, and they kind of took me under their wing. And like, you really should tweak this, excuse me, and do this. So I did it, and it works. But my biggest thing is just not putting the time in. But I think with my new logo, courtesy of Carlos, um, I was going to probably get pens with the logo made for Aquatic Experience and hand those out. I really want to get to rack because I know Rob from Flip Aquatics. We do the fish tube booth, but I'd like to really see us promote the Team Green Alliance and hand out bandanas or have shirts or something like that. Just to get it out there because that's such an awesome opportunity to mesh with people. Like I met one guy. He's like, I just usually put it on and let the music or the whatever they're talking about play while I do water changes. He says, I only have 3 videos. I'm like, what's your channel name? I want to subscribe. Maybe I want to listen to your music while I do my water changes.
It's good. I wanted to bring up a sore subject, and just bring some clarity to some things. Whenever there's a group out of a group out of a group, sometimes people say, oh, another organization, another community, because at first it was the Fish Fam, and then that went towards, we heard about the Fish Tube, and now we've got Team Green Alliance, and then we've got YouTube notification squads and stuff like that. And I just wanted to bring a little bit of encouragement and enlightenment to the fact that as large as the community is on YouTube, and I'm just going to go back and reiterate that we all have different chemistry. We connect with different people. And then sometimes a different campaign comes up. Just like during the hurricanes 2 years ago, Rob and I made the Facebook page Fish Fam Safe. So now every time that somebody that y'all know about, when we go through a tragedy, a storm or something, we go there and we say we're safe, or we need this or something like that. Most of the times it's like, just give us good wishes. Right now we're doing okay. So far we haven't had any bad news that came through the Fish Fam Safe, but there's a reason and a purpose sometimes for these small little groups that branch out from the big entity of the Fish Fam community.
Yeah, you don't get lost in the mix.
Yes.
But that's what makes us different from a lot of groups, because that is there, and between when Joseph was dealing with it, with the hurricane there, we were constantly in touch until he had no more communications. Kayla, you guys, when the storms were ripping through there last summer, so it's a family that, yeah, we may have our problems, like you mentioned, with the Fish Fan notification and, this one using this tagline and stuff. People have to stop taking it so serious. It's a fish hobby. It's supposed to provide fun, relaxation. My tanks look like these because I love the garden. I love flowers. I love vegetables. I never had a place to do it. So what better place to do it? Right in there. Now I have the best of both worlds. So, but to me, have fun with YouTube. Don't become a YouTube burnout.
And if you do have to step back for a little while, do it. Do it for health's sake. And then when you first feel that urge again, jump back in there. And
look who's here.
Who showed up? Flynn's Fish Forum.
Flynn's Fish Room. I was just checking out some of his awesome pictures. That jet plane picture was cool.
Yes, he has. He's just, oh my. I told him he is the most rottenest, spoiled kid in the whole world, but I'm so happy for him. And I missed you Tuesday night. I saw you in the chat when I reviewed the chat later, Flynn. So, Brennan, forgive me. That's a
She didn't forget you. She just didn't want to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding.
get me in trouble.
Zoe Kitty's in the house.
Zoe's
Crystal's Pets
cat.
and Plants.
Yes.
These are look like I got some new channels to subscribe to.
Yeah. I know everybody here. Believe me, I don't even know how many I'm subscribed to anymore. And when I go back, now it is a good thing to go back and check every once in a while because of the algorithms. YouTube does wash you from their channel if you haven't watched them or had any interaction with them for a while. So, because I've found some folks and I'm like, what? I thought I was subscribed to this person. And then
That was me and Joe.
I've tried to, let's see, I've ran into more channels where the button is subscribed. I'm subscribed to them, but the notification bell's not hit. So I tried to hit the notification bell and it won't activate until I unsubscribe, resubscribe, then I can hit the notification bell. So that's just some tweaks that's going on in YouTube. And it's mostly a channel that I haven't visited lately. And even though it says I'm subscribed, it's really not an active subscription. And it happens when you get thousands of subscribers under your belt. And, you know, you can't interact with everyone. And I know that's where Corey and Bob still interacts on Facebook and, what is it, Twitter and Instagram. I think Instagram. Yep. And a lot of times it's easier to connect on Instagram because that's still a small platform, even though you can do a whole lot with it. One day I'm going to learn. Huh?
Crystal Pets I actually subscribed to and jumped on one of her live streams there last week.
Yes, Crystal's in the house. Hey, sweetheart. I want everybody who has stickers to email me so that I can email you and get your stickers and we'll swap stickers. And as you've seen some of Rob's videos, he does these nice sticker shout outs. So, Rob, do you want to make your email available, or is there another way?
It's everywhere. I don't have any of the new ones yet. I still have the old Racing's Natural, but it's racing1278 at yahoo.com.
You gonna type it in? Good, because I might misspell it. But give out your old ones. And when your new ones come in, just let everybody know and they can recontact you and get the new one.
Yeah, because Jason just sent me 30 of them. I was like, wow. Now I got to reach out to him and see if they'll make me some new ones. And I think I have a few of these left. I have to send one out. I promised somebody, and I didn't. I've been so busy trying to get a new job that I haven't had a chance. I drive by the post office every day.
Do you know whether or not Jason is going to do any more signature cards at Aquatic Experience?
I don't know because Aquaticello was the first time that he did it.
Yeah, I was wondering whether it was a success or not. I didn't hear too much about it.
I saw it in Rack's video, and it looked like it was, it was well received. So who knows? We'll probably start hearing talk here probably August, September. If he's going to do something for Aquatic Experience.
Yeah, when's the Aquaticello in Chicago? Is that one in August?
Somebody said in the summertime, but I don't know.
I know they were working on a different venue.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the last thing was they were postponing until they could find a venue because they learned a lot from Texas.
Right. And growth is wonderful until you get a hiccup.
Yeah.
But
Taylor Aquatics.
Yes, Bob.
With this, as long as you're in the U.S., I'm not going to send any more outside the U.S. because it gets costly. At the racing1278 at yahoo.com, just shoot me your address. I have a few left, so I'll send out what I have. It's been changed to September. That news breaking information from Madfish Diva.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, Bob Kaler's Aquatics is in Tennessee here in the U.S., I think.
Y'all one of them good old boys, aren't you? I see you all. I always see you pop up on my Facebook as somebody I should know. I'm not making fun of you. I love the Southern accent. I wanted to move to Greensboro, but I missed it because I moved upstate to Albany instead.
Oh, I haven't seen Jeffros tonight.
No, he's another good one. I was amazed at that video of the invasion that he got at his house, and they busted his windows and everything.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was crazy.
That was.
Just goes to show you, you never know.
I know it. Melvin says he has sticker shout out series as well.
Oh yeah, he did mine. I sent him one, and I surprised him because I threw one of these in the envelope with it.
Oh, how sweet. I know that was a pleasant surprise. Well, nobody has any questions on growth, so I guess they're all satisfied with their numbers, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke around and get you all stirred up now. So I guess you're satisfied with your little 30 subs, huh? Come on. Oh, I appreciate everybody, believe me, and I've even started reaching outside of the Fish Fam community, just checking on different subjects that I like people that live off the land and do tiny homes and stuff like that, and hang out with them. Next thing you know, I've picked up 15 new subscribers, but it's not. I don't do that just for the numbers. I do it because I actually enjoy the subject and enjoy the people that I'm hanging out with. And sometimes if you're a stagnant area, you might want to try something like that. Branch out, yeah.
That's how Rack and I didn't realize we enjoyed geocaching, and he got me hooked up on Instagram with a group that geocaches on there, and they share all their stories and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually went in on do y'all know Kim Fife? I think I may have ran into him over at Cab 7, and him and Grizzly were hanging out with another guy named Brian. And Grizzly was actually at a campsite and hanging out. I don't know how in the world he had Wi-Fi, but he had Wi-Fi to do the stream. Yep. And we had such a wonderful hangout time. And I kept saying, well, guys, I didn't mean to bash your all's party. Y'all just go on and have fun. They go, no, Susan, you don't have to go anywhere. And I'm like, oh, wow.
There you go. Now, Taylor mentioned he's talking about pH is important to guppies.
To Zoe, yeah.
Yeah, I have in my 10-gallon, which people would cringe if they knew what fish were actually in there. But my pure ocean blues, I keep them at like 7.1, 7.2, and they breathe nonstop.
Yeah. Guppies do like that neutral pH, and they need hardness. And if you don't have real hard water, you might want to add some crushed coral to your. You can even put a tablespoon of crushed coral in a little stocking, or you can put it down in the tank, mix it in the substrate, put it in a little. I have a little pudding cup, a little fruit cup, and I have some crushed coral in that just sitting in the corner of the tank. Next thing I know, I had 2 drops of guppies, and they like food.
I feed in my shrimp tank. I feed them Tums.
Tums, yes. I drop Tums in all of my tanks that has snails that their shells are whitening.
Don't worry, Pond Life. You'll grow.
How many? Where is Pond Life at?
She said, they said that I had lost some subs and gained some and not moved for 2 days. That's to be expected. That's the algorithm.
Yes, that is natural. You have to think of your channel as a living organism, and it inhales and it exhales. And with every inhale, you might lose a few subs, but every exhale, you'll grow. And it's a living algorithm. It really is. So don't watch those numbers. They will drive you absolutely crazy. Because I feel
then they become flatulent and then you just blow up. You never know.
Did you eat too fast, Rob?
No, I did wolf down a delicious dinner. It was like a picnic, but it was in the house. It was hamburgers, hot dogs, and potato salad.
Oh man, that's the kind of food I like.
Love me some barbecue.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I love my peanut butter and banana sandwich my mama used to make.
Oh, okay. I like them too. Have you ever tried the mayonnaise and pineapple rings?
No, cottage cheese and pineapple.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mayonnaise and pickle sandwich.
Yes. Butter, is it bread and butter pickles?
Ugh.
You don't like bread and butter?
No.
Well,
You gotta have a manly pickle. You have to have a dill pickle. Oh, yeah.
My mom would put butter on her bread, and she made her own bread and butter pickles. So she had butter on her bread and bread and butter pickles, and she made a sandwich out of it. So I picked that up from her.
What is it when mother's buttering the bread?
It's old school.
Oh, I know. Ouch, it coughed.
They would just eat hot bread right out of the oven with butter all over it. She nibbling on you?
She's got her paw up on top of my arm holding it, but she needs her nails clipped.
Oh boy.
JH says, don't focus on subs, but focus on content that gets good views and watch time. Now that's coming from a member of the TGA who is always giving out helpful info.
That's it. That is a big cha-ching. Pond Life said live plants in large amounts in hiding places, large tanks, and lots of guppies as they influence each other. Yeah, guppies will reproduce, and if you have floating plants especially, they love, the fry will survive better with floating plants or even those that are in the substrate. Because I've had them at the top and I've had them at the bottom. But if you have
mine are
if you
hanging up in here now.
if you have a hungry mama, she's going to eat them while she's giving birth to them. So I feed my mothers as they're giving birth with either freeze-dried bloodworms or live bloodworms. And that keeps her occupied while she's giving birth. And when she quits eating, then you quit feeding. Because you don't want to overfeed her.
Welcome back, Candy.
Full moon.
Candy has now entered the room.
Welcome back, Candy.
Now here's something funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. I can feed live bloodworms. I can feed, frozen. But I've got these that I won from Corey.
Uh-huh.
If I so much as open this bag, I will go into a sneezing fit.
Uh-oh. Something in there, huh?
Yep. So it's just something that a lot of people don't think about in the hobby. You could have an allergic reaction to something and not even know it. If you see a rash one day, or your hands in the tank, or you're cleaning the tank, something like that, just a public service announcement for everybody.
Well, that's true. And when I first got into the hobby, I had a weak immune system. I believe my immune system is stronger now, but I used to get very sick almost every water change. And as I began to eat better and exercise a little bit more, and I think my body got used to being around the fish and the bacteria that's in the fish tanks and stuff. It's a lot better. I don't get really sick anymore. So, but there
I
are.
never had a problem, but that out of the blue, I went on probably an hour sneezing and running and itching eyes, and I'm like, what did I do? Because I have used that food for a year. And now all of a sudden, bang, I'm catching allergies. So go figure.
I hate it. Yep. When we get older, sometimes our immune systems change. Pond Life says he's not worried. He's growing pretty fast overall, and I'm impressed. And of course, Michelle said she just wanted to get her goals and for people to understand that she's here to build the community and support the community. And everybody's got their motive, everybody's got their goals, and that's great. Michelle, I think it's Michelle, to have a plan with your channel.
Kent's Fish Room subscribe. Thank you, brother. I'll hit you back when we're done here.
Hey Kent, how are you doing? Good to see you tonight.
Yeah, that's like, some people say, well, how do you deal when you see channels that you were with that were small, like, skyrocketing by you? I'm like, I feel great. Because on the TGA, for those people that are on there, you see if somebody pops up their, 12,000 views or so many hours, I cut and paste it. I put it right up there with a congratulations, and I bring attention to your channel by doing so. But it's also rewarding for me because I'm getting you guys out there. I'm helping you achieve your goals, which, again, that's what the TGA is there for.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, I remember Corey saying this. When you use your end, what is it, annotations?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of your video clips, when you go back and add it at the, I think it's the last, I want to say 15 seconds of your video, you want people to come back to your channel. So you can use a card anywhere in your video to advertise another channel, okay, or to create a poll. But the end annotations, you want them coming back to your channel. So
send them to another video on your channel.
Yeah, send them to a playlist or to another video and to a subscribe button. Those are the three things on your editing that you want to know how to do. And if you use TubeBuddy again, TubeBuddy has templates. And all I do was click a template and it preloads the video for me. And I click save and the job is done.
Hey, look who's in the room. Gayla's Channel of the Week.
Hey Gayla, how you doing? Channel of the Week on Team Green Alliance on Facebook.
See, I'm cheating.
Are you? Yeah, I have to look over. Shelby's here. Hey Shelby, sorry if I missed you.
Check out her mud skipping video.
Yes, that is cool. That is so cool.
See, I can't stop promoting people. That's just what I'm like the Don King of the fish fan.
But that's what you do. You know, that's one of your niches.
Yeah, well, I wish he would niche my channel up, but what are you going to do? I'm content.
Flavor. Let's see, I just started to do that, Robin Susan. What did you just start to do? What did we were talking about?
I see the word fertility goddess. I hope that's not what we started doing.
No. Who said fertility?
Fertility goddess was Shelby. Oh, the fertility goddess is going to be so pleased.
Oh, talking about the guppies, I think.
Yes, I hope to get her out of pouting. Oh, well, I just started doing that. That's going back to their breeding guppies. The key to success with the guppies is you need a little Barry White there.
That's what they always say.
Ooh, baby, I just need some sexual healing.
If your tank is well established, they are going to be happy. But if you're putting them in a new tank, they're not going to be happy. They're going to be stressed out. And that's one of the important things of starting up a tank. You want to get it really broke in before you really add your livestocks, or you're going to have more chance to lose fish than actually reproduce them.
Get it seasoned.
Get it seasoned.
It took me in this tank 3 years, and I just happened, luckily I didn't do a water change. I was looking down in the back of the tank for something, and there was a clutch of pleco eggs, bristle noses. 3 years they've been in that tank, and this third year, 3.5 years, they finally had spawn.
They got happy.
They got happy.
They got happy. How and when can I make a real thumbnail? I'm limited to a 2 megabyte picture. Cichlid 23 says. A real thumbnail. You can do.
I use cool text generator, and I use Canva, and there's one other thumbnail maker that's out there that you can use. It is it's called Thumbnail Maker. It's an app on the Android. You'd have to check the Google Play Store to see if you can find it. But Canva you can use online or on the phone. And Sparks, which is free, you can do. But you'll find out you'll have to pay for, not these, but the Spark one. So what I do is I go down in the corner and get the snippet screen and cover it up and snip it and then use it that way.
And I also use my desktop TubeBuddy to build some of my thumbnails.
Yeah, now that you mention it, they just were talking yesterday, Nick Nims and the other guy.
His brother.
One of the perks.
Oh.
One of the perks of TubeBuddy is text, graphics, and the thumbnail maker. That's part of the perks for joining the Tuber. Yeah, TubeBuddy.
Yep. So we hope that answered your question, Cichlid 23.
If not, we're very sorry and we're going to quit.
Mr. B says Rob is a great supporter. Make sure you are supporting one another. That's what we're calling love for love, Brandon. Zoe Kitty, the pond life. He doesn't stress the one I have out. He is just a pain. I got my fish in from Rob at BAM Aquatics today. Not Rob, Rick at BAM Aquatics today. I had ordered another breeding trio of those beautiful American green guppies that I have, and to strengthen the strain. And he sent me a couple extra juveniles also. And when I put them in the tank together, the one male that I got that was a mature male, he decided he was going to start sparring with the other male that was already in the tank. But they didn't hurt each other. They were just doing that pecking order thing, nose to nose dancing. And it's quite entertaining to watch. But
With that being said, how is Rick doing? Because a lot of people ask me, when is he coming back?
Yes, Rick has had a really rough, I guess, the last 6 months. Emotionally, he suffers with depression. And so he's tried several times to come back, and then he just crashed again. So just keep him in your thoughts, keep him in your prayers. He says he's doing better, and hopefully soon we will start seeing him again. Probably he'll start uploading some content before he actually does another live stream.
Yeah, a lot of people that I come in contact with are asking, what happened to him? When's he coming back? I said, I don't know. I said, I hadn't heard anything. And you just mentioned it.
And I apologize about Brandon at Maple Street Aquatics. I miss him. I know Vanessa's here, and a lot of times Brandon's lurking in the background. So I miss you too, Brandon, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope to see your face again. And if something's changed in the fish room, I understand things, happen. So we just want to encourage you to come on back, get back out there, because to me, you had a lot of good information. And
yeah, he was another good channel.
Yeah, and his wife jumped on for us to keep it alive.
Yeah, definitely. If something's going on, let us know. That's something else that I find with the fish fam. Knowing Susan now for going on 4 years, and a few other folks is, Jeremy, he suffers from PTSD. Carlos has bouts with things. I think there's quite a few people, and we come together and support not only the hobby or your channels, but we support each other. I was probably in a conversation with one person that told me stuff that not too many people know. We were texting back and forth for over an hour, and words of encouragement, support, and you could tell the person was starting to feel better because the conversation took a more positive turn, and they thanked me for listening, and that's if I can help somebody, I'm hoping that at some point in time, karma will shine on me and it'll help me in some way. So. One hand washes the other.
Bob let me know that MSA just put out a nice video. So thank you, Bob. I will go over there and check it out. Great, Brandon. I'm glad to hear that. And like Rob was saying, a lot of times behind the scenes, I don't know what's going on unless somebody shoots me a private message. And I've been contacted several times concerning different ones, even someone as far as overseas as Denmark. So, there's times when we just need someone to hear us and listen to us. And Rod tells me that I'm the worst listener in the world, and I am. I'm trying to be a better listener, but I believe in prayer, and I do believe in just being there for you. And a lot of times, like Rob said, if we are missing you and we don't know how to contact you, somebody in the fish fam knows how to contact you. Because I've put out a lot of questions about Rick because Rick wasn't answering my messages, and then Diego was able to get a hold of him, and he got permission, first of all, to give me his phone number, and then I started contacting him, And at first he didn't answer me, and I was really concerned about him. And he still, needs us to think of him and to encourage him. But DPK and believe many of our brothers and sisters that have fought in war uh, suffer from PTSD. And Jeremy, I'm missing Jeremy terribly. Him and Jeff, him and Jeff were doing that collab channel together, and that was so much fun to watch. But I know there comes times in our lives that we may not. And One Fish, Two Fish, ROC. She's been very sick, very very sick, but she's doing better, and she's coming back. And I think she put up a video, and a lot of times, cancer and emotional illnesses, and things like that. Sometimes, like in my situation, my son Josh pulled me from the scene for a couple weeks because he was near death. But thank God for your love and your prayers and your karma and your good thoughts and all. I told him, I said, you've had international prayer, buddy. You better get better. But he's coming along. He's got a long road ahead of him. But he's coming along and he's alive. And that's what matters. And Candy's little man, he's about to finish his long, 3-year trek with leukemia treatments. And we really hope and pray that soon that will all be behind him. And
I hope so. I call him Little Man.
Yes.
He's an awesome little dude, and I wish I had an ounce of the strength and courage he has. I actually have his mug out in the kitchen. I use that quite a bit. Caleb Strong.
He is a giant in a little man's body. And
he's got a great support system in Candy and Stacy.
And Candy, you can go ahead and post that link for the fundraiser, GoFundMe, for Pam at 54 Punchy, who just went through a bad, I believe it was a gallbladder surgery and had complications, been out of work. She has bills to pay. And as the Fish Fam community, if we can, we're not telling you you have to. If you can, please support her to get back, to maintain her lifestyle until she's able to go back full, I don't know if she lost her job or not, but anyway, until she's able to get regular income coming in again. And that's what the Fish Fam's about, and Team Green Alliance is here to help you reach that 1,000 subscribers and above, and because that's the milestone that we reach for in YouTube as far as if you don't have the watch hours. A lot of times people think, oh, I made 1,000 subs, so now I get monetized. No, you got to have the view hours as well. But the most important thing, at 1,000 subs, you do get your community tab if you have the community action on your channel. And you can get, I think, pushed in the search engine, depending on what your content's about.
Yeah,
YouTube.
For YouTube to promote you
Yep.
and use the algorithms, there's certain things that you need to put in there, and they'll start actually helping you. But somebody in the comments made a comment a ways back there about how they were picking up people from other, I'll say media for lack of a better term, but getting it out there to Facebook, getting it out there to Instagram. Twitter, yeah, it helps, but I think the Instagram and Facebook are a little bit closer in the presentation that we use in YouTube. So, but I've even noticed that I picked up a few people along the way from just posting them out there. So that's definitely a plus.
Yeah, I've picked up, I want to say about a good couple handfuls of new subscribers that I've never seen flow around in the Fish Fam community, just because now YouTube is promoting me in the search engine a little bit, and I'm getting craftier with my tags, my meta tags, and you got to study your tags. You got to study your tags in your title, your tags in your description line, and get those tags. And with TubeBuddy will let you know what's popular, how to rank it, and even Social Blade. Social Blade will help you also see what your algorithms are and how you rank with other channels in the same genre. So, I use Social Blade, TubeBuddy, and the app on my phone, the YouTube Studio app.
All helps.
Yep, those things help me. And I probably could grow better if I used more merchandise. But you look for the freebies first, and then if you like it and it's working for you, then go ahead and buy into it, because a lot of them are not that expensive. I think you said $39 something a year for the TubeBuddy.
I paid a one-time fee, $39.99, and then did a free update. So it works. It doesn't have everything that you do for the pay month, but it's a step up from the free one.
Okay.
All right, Cameron, you're approved. You are now a member of Team Green Alliance.
Awesome. We got a new member tonight in Team Green Alliance on Facebook. Thank you, Bob, for sharing that.
No, if it does go to spam, Taylor, don't worry about it. I check both sides of it, because a lot of my legitimate emails go in there because Yahoo stinks. Just kidding, Yahoo. Sponsor me, please. No.
HPS Aquatics is in the house saying hello to Freeze Aquarium.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, HPS. Susan for SLC Aquatics here. Welcome to the chat tonight. We've gone an hour and a half. I knew we were going to do a couple hour stream tonight, Rob.
Hey, I'm all for it. I got nothing better to do.
You're okay? All right. Just checking
It
on
says
my
a
guests.
lot. How many people are watching? 26?
Yeah, at one time we've been algorithm breathing. We've been going up and down.
And we're up against end games.
Are
We should be in the theater watching end games, but we're here watching us.
My bandana's falling off.
I had to take mine off because it's 73 in here. And my dog is growling at something outside. The neighbor must have her dog out in the backyard. Thumbnails, title, description, in that order are the most important. Joseph doesn't worry too much about tags, but of course, I research them for SEO.
Yeah, what is SEO?
Elaborate, Mr.
Oh,
JH.
search engine optimization.
Optimization.
I think so. Did I get it right, Joseph? Let's see.
We're waiting, Joseph. Come on. I don't like to be kept waiting.
On a live stream, I hate it. There's no way that
I should go. Bye, Zoe. We'll miss
Bye,
you.
Zoe. Love you. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope that we helped you with your guppies.
Don't go. Stay. Stay with us. Please stay with us.
HPS says, thank you, Susan. Love, love, love from India. It's 6:11 a.m. in India. Had to wake up for your stream. Thank you so much.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
HPS.
I need a cup of coffee on that one. 6:11 in the morning. Oh, that's tomorrow, too. Friday morning.
Yeah. I took tomorrow also. I don't care.
Woohoo. Oh, I got to get up and take Josh to a doctor's visit tomorrow. Yes, search engine optimized, Joseph says. Okay, thank you. That was a good guess.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I've got to kind of work on to get my stuff out there. But it's just so weird that, like I said, that tent video has probably gotten more views than any other video on my channel.
Isn't that something?
Yep. But I don't want to bring that in there because one of the bigger channels, we were talking about it, and they're like, they call them evergreen videos. But somebody who watches that video is only going to watch that video, and the likelihood of them becoming a subscriber to watch fishing is very minute.
Yep.
And vice versa.
I get a hit on Rob's video every once in a while on his conquest. Some people say some very nice things.
We can keep Zoe as long as she doesn't run out of Nutella. Sounds like we need to do a marathon here. Please keep her in Nutella, because if she doesn't have Nutella, we're going to lose her. So call now, 1-800 go Nutella, and let's keep Zoe here with us in the fish fam.
Okay, who's contacting Nutella for sponsorship now? Let's go get a hold of them. Vanoski's in the house. Hey, Vanoski. Love you. Good to see you.
VT,
Aquatic
you're late.
Jackson.
30 lashings with a wet noodle.
Yeah, Aquatic Jack's here. Hello, Aquatic Jack. How are you doing? Shelby
Jeff, if you
Rayland.
gotta post that stuff up in TGA for us.
Yes,
Shot
please.
shit.
Please do. The CTR of the thumbnail is everything. Okay, CTR. CTR. CTR of the theme thumbnail. Something rating. Oh boy.
I forgot what it is.
My title in the first sentence of the description is something about what catches your eye first. The CTR of the thumbnail is everything. What's your puppy's name?
Roxy.
Roxy. Roxy. Hey, girl.
Born on September 11th.
See, Roxy. Be a good girl.
Very funny, Aquatic Jack.
Oh, click-through rate. Thank you, Joseph. Click-through rate of the thumbnail. So I knew it had to do with what you see and how you respond to it. Yep. Thank you.
Can't tell Rob. CTR.
That's good, Aquatic Jack. All right, are there any more questions about growth in your channel and how to become a member of the Team Green Alliance on Facebook?
Or just any questions at all. We're at that time of the show that it's Nutella time.
It's Nutella time. Rob, I want to tell you thanks so much for doing this with me.
I appreciate it. I've owed you this for so long.
Yeah.
And, 3 years ago we met and we've been friends here, Facebook, ever since.
Well, I am hoping to make it to Aquatic Experience, the Lord willing, and I'm able.
Minds think alike. I was just going to say that.
Yeah. This is the year for Fish Fam Mom to make it to the Aquatic Experience.
October 11th through the 13th, Secaucus, New Jersey, the Aquatic Experience. Be there, brother.
Get your fish tag on.
Oh, yeah, I'll snap into a fish tank.
But I'm going to rent a vehicle. I got to talk back with Rick at Mr. Science Geek. Because at one of my live streams, he said he's not sure if he has permission to leave yet. Got the new little boy at the house. And matter of fact, he just had his first birthday. But Rick said if I can make it to Virginia, he would help me make it to New Jersey. So
we love having you here, Crystal.
Crystal.
I love that I came to join your live stream, guys.
Wonderful. I hope it's picked everybody up from this heavy Thursday.
Before you knock this over, go away.
Learning to keep fish. Well, I got to go for now, everyone. I'll catch you later, Fish Fam. Have to walk my dog. LOL. Love you.
See ya. Taking screenshots of these tips. There you go, full moon.
Aquatic
so
Jack.
I said Joseph can post them up there on the Team Green Alliance, so they're there.
Yes. Aquatic Jack asked the question, favorite plant to grow?
Yours or mine?
You go first. Go first.
I have to say that I've fallen in love with crypts. I was a big sword guy, but since I got these crypts growing so big in this tank and the other tank, I actually think my favorite plant is the Crypt Wendetti.
That's awesome. You know what my favorite plant is? The plant that will grow without my help.
There you go.
Because people think I have a green thumb when they look at all my green aquariums. But
Sisterous.
all it is high nitrates.
Yeah.
And good lighting. And water changes. But I do like the Crypt Wendetti, and my favorite is the large mother plant Anubias. And another plant that's one of my favorites is, it wasn't my favorite at first, the hornswort.
Yeah.
Because when I first got it in my tanks of course were not cultured, were not really set in, and
They weren't seasoned.
they shed and make a mess. But when
Hydrophilia. That's
but
another nice one. I got some in there.
Hygrophilia
Angustifolia.
and Gustifolia.
It ain't easy being big easy.
Mark.
Now, see, his live streams are interesting. They do talk about fish, but it's like you're hanging out in the living room with him, and the topic can go from fish to weather to whatever.
That's
and
right.
you sit there because you want to hear what they're going to talk about next.
It reminds me of those small towns where you see them sitting on the porch or in this small store where they're playing checkers all day long, and they just tell stories, and they just hang out, and it's de-stressing, and it's socializing, and it's just hanging out with friends.
That's it. Corner store, just chilling, having a cup of coffee. Banana lilies.
Zoe
So
says
I'm assuming that a banana lily is not a banana plant. 'Cause I
oh,
love banana plants.
well, you said yours grew leaves like a lily pad.
Oh, it's crazy. If you go to the shrimp tank video update, you see how they've blown up. Matt Deeb is saying good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Love you. Great stream earlier. Look forward to the next one. God bless you.
Cryptosubius.
Huh.
That might be one I have to try.
I need to look that one up. Has been
And Zo Kitty, don't eat the cheese because then you'll just be blowing at the seams. No pun intended. Who else do we lose? Madfish Diva's going
Oh,
night night.
PEMG Hustle Woman. Yolanda, your babies should be there Saturday, it says. I sent her 2 peppered corridor females today.
Cool. I
And-
lucked out in this natural one. I've had quite a few corridor babies pop up among the guppies and whatnot.
I love
I just
the
noticed my
surprises.
tetrasarpes have got really like almost blood red.
That's beautiful. That means you got good iron in there, don't they?
Oh yeah. I was amazed because I was messing around in here and the Amano that I have in here is huge and I haven't seen him in like a year. He just pops up like, stop playing with my tank.
Oh, y'all see my crayfish, Rob. I still got about 10 or 11 of them,
Mm-hmm.
of the self-cloning crayfish. And they're all about 1.5 inches long now.
Wow. Take it easy, Kayla. I know my girlfriend was looking at the blue crayfish and stuff, but it's not something I wanted to put together in the shrimp tank because I'm pretty sure some of the babies might not have made it.
Yeah, the only thing about the self-cloning crayfish is that they all have female babies, and the female babies grow up to have more babies.
Yeah.
And they don't need a male to do that.
You're welcome, Legacy. It was my pleasure to be on here and help out where I can.
Love you, Bob, at Kaler's Aquatics, and Melvin, and all of you that have joined us tonight. My goodness, I've been so honored and humbled. Thank God for our mods. Thank God for Joseph, JH Aquatics, and HPS showing up from India, and Lord have mercy, Michael's Aquariums from the UK. And I know Angela was here from Canada, and Dee was here from down the wormhole from Canada. I can't remember the Pond Life. I think he's from England, isn't he?
I don't know.
And I know Angie and Brandon are from Canada. Aquatic Jack, I forget where he's from. You have
That's
monster
good
fish.
information, full moon.
No, I don't have any monster fish to feed the crawfish to. My several,
HGH pool filter.
my several will be big enough one day, but he's not big enough yet. But I'm thinking about having a crayfish in each tank. Except where my cories are. The crayfish do not get along with cory cats. Not mine. They pinch their tail fins off.
Not good. I was actually waiting for a guy. He had a marine land with a biowheel, 10-gallon tank for $10. I told him, I'll take it. He's right here in my town. I never heard back from him.
Oh, wow. Oh, I went ahead and got a 15-gallon today with a 24-inch footprint in it that would fit right on top of my 20-gallon stand. So that's the one I'm going to seed and set up for the American Green Delta Fancy Guppy from the IFGA, the ones that Rick gave me.
Kayla's from New Zealand.
From New Zealand, okay. Aquatic Jack was in Virginia, but now he's in Oregon. Queensland.
Now I'm jealous.
Where's Queensland?
Crikey, matey, you don't know where Queensland is?
Huh?
Home of the Queensland Zoo? Crikeys.
Is that England?
Nope.
Crikeys. England?
Isn't she a beauty?
Huh?
Isn't she a beaut? She's a 1950s croc, and she's got such teeth.
God. Ireland?
No. Put a shrimp on the bobby.
It's over my head, Rob. Queensland. Where's Queensland? Australia?
There you go.
He said it.
I knew where he was the minute he said it. That's one place I want to visit before I die.
Oh.
I was close. I was in Hawaii, but no way I could get the plane to fly in the other direction without going to jail.
Crystal's from Kansas State. BTW Aquatics. Hello, how are you doing? I'm from Oregon, California. Oh, is Donald in here? Hey, Donald, Aquatic Express. How you doing? Sorry I'm late. Yeah, we're going on our second hour. We're about to close out. We're just pretty much drifting on where's everybody from. Sickless 20. Cool. Sickless 23's yelling at me. Australia, Susan!
Joseph is too.
Is he?
Started out real slow. Queensland, Australia.
I'm pitiful. Y'all gonna have a lot of fun with me because y'all can just
right there is an example of how big the fish fam is. 4 years ago, there were some people from Canada, maybe 1 or 2 from Australia or something. That was it. Now look at it.
Wow. Yes.
It's always warm. Cleveland. I was actually out in, not Cleveland, I wanted to go because I wanted to go to the Christmas Story House. I was in Akron, and I drove out to another area out there a couple of years ago through a giant snowstorm for the holidays.
We need to remember where I come from. Cricky.
Crikey.
Oh, crikey. I can't speak Australian.
We drink Foster's beer. That's speaking Australian.
Oh, goodness.
You talk to somebody from Australia and they're like, we don't drink that garbage.
Oh, there's Scott, Fancy Tail Aquatics. Hey, Scott. Saw your video today setting up your tank for your snails. Zoe says this Nutella is good.
Yuck. Now, full moon is where I want to go. I want to go to Dallas because I want to watch my boys play. Legacy Aquatics is supporting the Steel Curtain out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Steve
Irwin was an amazing man. His daughter's like taking over his role and blowing right past him.
Yeah, I think she favors him too.
She's Steve Irwin's daughter is like it's amazing to watch her grow as she's done and like take over where her dad left off.
Yeah, she seems more natural with it than he ever did.
Hmm. You know, and the sad thing is, had he left that stinger in his chest, he might have survived. They were
Yep.
saying
Yep. Pulling it out is what caused the poison to go through faster, right?
basically it was like poking a pin in a balloon. It's gonna pop.
Yep.
Go Cowboys, no Steelers. No, my girlfriend likes the Steelers too, so I'm not one of those people that it's my team and only my team. Where else can you come and get all this craziness? And we're talking TJ, we're talking fish tanks, we're talking football, we're talking Steve Irwin. It's just like we're all over the place.
I know it. I love it. But I can tell my blood sugars have dropped from all of that sweets that I had earlier. Because I feel my nap coming on. That's what
Yeah.
I get giggly. But I want to tell everybody thank you so much for coming out and supporting us tonight. I want to thank God for Rob of DeFreeze Aquariums to be my special guest tonight. And I want to see everybody continue loving the hobby, loving what you do in YouTube, and hope to see you at the next convention, the next fish club in your area. Support one another, show love for love, and we will see you next time. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics and
DeFreeze Aquariums, oh yeah.
thank you guys. Good
It's
night.
been great. Have a good night, good day, all, depending on what part of the world.
Hang in there, Rob. I'll talk to you in a few seconds.